my friend ex-boyfriend, Kevin, and the near manslaughter. Let me introduce you to the epitome of a Kevin, my friend Elle's ex-boyfriend. This guy was the sweetest, yet densest, person I've ever met. So, the story begins at a free museum event where Elle and Kevin crossed paths. Picture this, they're standing in front of dinosaur exhibits, and what ensues is a comedic debate on whether dinosaurs had hair and, if so, did they need haircuts? Elle initially thought Kevin was messing around, but his unwavering sweetness won her over. Fast forward to our annual camping trip, and me and my BF, P, decide to invite Elle and her boyfriend, Kevin. Kevin's enthusiasm for camping is off the charts. He promised to bring his own gear, and we even confirmed that he'd have a 2-person tent with him, so we only brought our 3-person tent. We planned everything meticulously, from meals to clothing, and even chose nearby activities like canoeing and horse riding. We were all set for a great adventure. Elle hadn't been camping before, but Kevin assured us all that he had everything she'd need. However, as we arrived at the campsite, Kevin's full Kevin-ness started to shine through. His tent was not just small, it was a child's play camping tent that wasn't waterproof. Somehow, Kevin insisted it was perfectly fine, just smaller than he remembered. Poor Elle had to share our tent for the night whilst Kevin stuck it out in the kids' tent. But that's not all. Kevin, in all his wisdom, had promised to take care of the bedding for Elle. What he packed? A single duvet and 4 full-size pillows. We're still scratching our heads over his plan for those. Now, let's talk food. P gets the fire going, starts boiling water, and throws burgers on the grill. Kevin's role? Bring buns and salad. Well, guess what? He didn't pack any food and only mentioned it when the burgers were sizzling away. We made do with what we had, but the next morning, we found Kevin had abandoned his tiny tent and slept in their car. It was a chilly night, so we decided to get a proper tent and hit the local shop for the food Kevin was supposed to bring. A bit of a wasted day, but we pressed on. Kevin and Elle got themselves a suitable tent and we stocked up on food. That night Kevin and Elle slept in their new tent. The worst part? The next morning, all hell broke loose. P wakes me up, shouting that we need to rush to the hospital. Elle looked terrible, pale, sweaty, and incoherent. Kevin just stared blankly. Turns out, when Kevin had got up, he'd placed the still-burning barbecue inside the tent with Elle to keep her warm, not knowing about carbon monoxide poisoning. Elle spent 2 nights in the hospital, and she never saw Kevin again. He messaged her repeatedly about how he didn't know that would happen and even wanted to take her camping again. The nurses had a hard time believing that Kevin wasn't trying to kill her, he was just the ultimate Kevin.